It's the new construction worker that we picked up.
Well, he's not as much new anymore because we did 2 missions with him, didn't we?
But he's the newest of the crew, right?
Oh, he's the newest of the crew, yeah, if I recall. We need to catch ourselves up a bit, like, I don't think we quite remember where we're up to, do we?
Isn't this fun?
Not really. I mean, I can read that it says it's time to investigate the ground station, which I thought the ground station was our home base.
I don't actually remember what the ground oh, I remember. We went into New Scotland Yard and we stole that robot, the spider bot with the broken legs. Does it have something to do with that?
Uh-huh. Oh, yes, I remember that. Well, I don't know if it has, like, what does that, because the broken-legged spider bot we ended up attacking somebody with. I don't really, yeah, I'm a little lost, but we should be able to pick up pretty quick. These are police drones, right?
It depends. There's different kinds of drones that are flying around. I think what we could do is we could. Do you want to warm up first, or should we just go straight into a mission?
Yeah, I definitely need a warm up. Let's get one of those data shards or whatever they're called.
Let's do that, and yeah.
Oh, not what I thought that button was gonna do.
You just stood in the middle
definitely
of the street
need a
and
warm
all of
up.
sudden you've
Disappeared. So I guess start button's not the right one. I'll find the button. Okay, here we go. So we want one that's not in a red area. This tech point should be pretty easy, and you can tell me all about the Admiralty. We're at Arch.
I can. Let me just go on Wikipedia to find out some facts about Admiralty Arch.
That's great. Have you ever been there? First, I want your personal experiences and how much it means to you, Danny.
I can't remember if I've ever been there. Potentially been past it because I've been in this area, but I don't remember ever sort of really going up to it and having a look at it. So as far
my guess
as
is you don't see what I'm doing on the screen, do you? I'm trying to remember how to take off my gun and my mask. I've got a nail gun out.
I can see you wandering around the streets of London at 11 o'clock at night wearing a mask, carrying a nail gun. This is pretty normal for London. This is pretty, yeah.
Oh,
it's fine.
I found the button. I was just trying to get the button from you to take that stuff off. What's the run button, Danny? Or is it just the fact that
right trigger?
Oh, jeez.
I know it's an unnatural button, but it is what it is.
It is a weird button, but I guess. What is the shooting button? Is it just if you're armed, you're not going to run with the gun?
Yeah. So if you've got your gun out, right trigger becomes shoot. But
then what's run with the gun?
If you
should I stop this fight?
Yeah. If you so you can't run with the gun basically.
I don't want to fight them.
What I would do is don't fight him, but you can distract him, and then she'll be able to get away. And he won't know it was you.
All right. Well, that's a nice way of handling it. I just got to get up there to get the data. Are they called data shards, or am I mistaking shards with stuff from Cyberpunk?
That's definitely Cyberpunk that you've introduced into the mix there. But I don't blame you because I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk. They're called tech points, so they don't include the word data or shard.
Oh wow! I really stretched it. But I can get a spider
I knew
bot
what you
to
meant,
climb
so.
that?
Oh, that'd be.
I don't know if I can put a spider bot.
That'd be a bit of an ask. Yeah.
Do I have access to the drones?
Well, remember the guy you are has a special ability. Do you remember what it is?
Oh, I do. I do remember, but it's not the special ability I have selected. So then do I go to the team?
No. So, no, you just you just hold in your left bumper, and
Okay.
then push up on your right stick to select the cargo drone.
Left bumper. Okay.
Oh, is it left bumper?
That.
Or
I
was
was
it some
holding
other
the left bumper.
what button is it?
It might be some other button.
It might be left trigger. No, not left trigger. It might be up on the D-pad.
Oh, here we go.
No. There we go. That's the one. Whatever
Wait,
button you just pressed there is that. You know what? I'm so bad.
I'm just
I've
holding
been playing
up. So how do I
much Cyberpunk.
select it?
Just press A
No.
on the old cargo drone. So if you press A now, it should select it.
I pressed A. Maybe B?
Yeah, I think that's worked. It'll be on its way. Look behind
Oh,
you.
I gotta wait for it. I thought it was gonna take place of my cloaking thing.
Oh no! It's it just turns up the cargo drone.
Oh, cool. So then I
There you go.
just use this.
So left bumper on it. Oh, you can do that.
I don't think that's the way I'm supposed to do it, but I'll take it anyway.
It just means you gotta wait for it to turn back on now, and then now just hijack it. So hold left bumper on it, hijack. There you go, and now you can fly.
Well, this is
like
gonna
a
make
bird.
everything in the game so much easier.
Yeah, for farming tech points, the cargo drone is definitely the thing you want to use. Do you know what's really cool about Watch Dogs Legion when you play it in December? If you look in the doorway of that building,
This one?
to your right,
Oh,
yeah, there. See the Christmas trees?
yeah.
They've appeared all over the map. So like everywhere you go, you'll see them just littered around. They're very very subtle, but I think they're a nice little touch. Little festive Christmas trees everywhere.
That's not the way to handle that. Do you think they're going to leave those Christmas trees up? How long do you think it's going to be until somebody gets rid of the Christmas trees?
I don't. I imagine. I don't know. Because I don't remember them being there before December. And then when I turned it on a few weeks ago when it was December, and all of a sudden I just noticed them everywhere. If they were there before and I just didn't notice, then I don't know why. Because no, I don't
you
know. I
notice
think they're
things?
just there for December. I'm sure.
Well,
Yeah, I
so
don't
you
know.
think January 1st, you think the New Year's Day it'll all be back? How long? How about you? Are your Christmas trees still up? Did you take your Christmas lights down yet?
No, my Christmas lights are still up. Or we normally do the first, like 2nd of Jan, 3rd of Jan. I think you're supposed to do it. Is it 12 days before and 12 days after or something? I'm not
I
sure.
didn't know there was a rule
There's
on
a rule
it, or even a suggested time frame. I know that my
I think that-
parents would sometimes leave it up embarrassingly long.
Well, like
But
middle of March.
this year on December 26th, what? Let's see. On December 26th, it was like March. Sometimes it would be that late. They would leave it on. I guess I have to use
seriously,
my
in the middle of
spider bot,
March?
huh? It's hard to remember
Yeah.
because as a kid I was just very embarrassed that sometimes our lights were up so long that it was like, why don't we just leave it for next year? So how do I get under
Okay.
there?
Yeah. Spiderbot, I think.
I know, but then I have to. That's something
you don't
I
have
get
a
from
Spiderbot
my.
with this. You can change your loadout, yeah. So go on the tech menu, team menu. So yep.
Tech, Spiderbot. Oh, buy upgrade. Oh,
Yeah. So this is your upgrade screen, so you can.
I
Spend,
do have
you've got
upgrades
30
I
to
can
spend.
purchase, but I don't think I really want to do a purchase right this second. Instead, I kind of want to get the gadget to be the Spiderbot.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, and it worked that fast. I thought I was going to have to go and get it somewhere.
No. As long as you're not in a mission, you can just swap them about as much as you like. But when you're in a mission, it won't let you swap them anymore. So that's basically the only downside to it. You just have to decide what you want before you go into a mission and just make sure you got the right tool for the job. But when you're doing stuff like this, it's fine. You can just pick and choose what you want to use. Anyway, I didn't read you my facts about Admiralty Arch.
Yes, that's
Wikipedia.
true. Did we already got the Admiralty Arch data point, right? But I want to
No,
to
but
go
I
back
mean-
over there and look at it while you tell me a little bit about it. Is this it right here?
Yeah,
This is it.
here we are. Here we go. So,
All right.
Admiralty Arch is a landmark building in London. It's
I thought for a second you were going to stop there. It's like I can tell.
Thank you. I'm here all week. No, apparently it's a road and pedestrian access between the Mall, which is it the Mall, which extends to the southwest.
what's
and
the difference
Trafalgar
between the
Square
Mall
to
and the Mall?
northeast. I think a mall is a place where you go shopping, isn't it?
And what's
And,
the other thing you said?
The Mall. The Mall is this big long road.
Oh,
which
it's
leads
the
up to,
road. It sounds to me like you're saying the same word 2 times.
I am. I'm just changing the pronunciation ever so slightly. Interesting facts.
So it's
Admiralty Arch. Sorry, go on.
no. I mean, I need more information because so far none of those things really explain what the hell this building is. You said it's a passageway to the mall or the mall, which it's either a shopping center or a street. But I see it's basically just like that. There's a street that goes through the bottom of it, and you're telling me that there's stores inside of this.
No, I don't think there's any stores inside of it. So the Mall is the name of the road, which has nothing to do
Okay.
with the shopping mall. The building is an
Okay.
archway, which is a road which has some pavements on it. Now, the rest of the facts for you are: it was commissioned by King Edward VII in memory of Queen Victoria. It's a Grade 1 listed building. It was used as government offices until 2012, when it was sold on a 125-year lease for a proposed redevelopment into a Waldorf luxury hotel and 4-star apartments or something like that.
There's a Waldorf in New York City.
Yes.
So that's interesting. For those of us that are not familiar with the royal lineage, when was Queen Victoria around? So this is dedicated to her. Oh, I guess this is how people in Britain put their years down. I can't read that though.
Oh, I used to be okay with Roman numerals. So, like M is for your first millennium. So, M is for
So
the first
1000.
millennium. D is for the first decade. Yeah, and then D would be for the first decade. So it's 1-1. CCCC is I think. Oh no, I think that's their centuries. So century.
Oh! I think I get it. So the M is okay. No, I don't get it. But I would think that the X at the end has to be 10.
So basically, 10. Yeah. So basically, it is. The D is 50. So it'll be.
Oh, so it would be
50, 60, say 19. No, sorry.
it would be 15. It would be 14. 60. 1460.
No.
Did I get it?
No.
That's got to be
No,
close.
let me Google it. Hang on.
So 1,000
MDC.
plus 400 is 14. And then D, and I'm just taking your numbers, Danny. D is 50 plus X is 10 is 60. So 1460. Unless these letters are part of the equation also.
You know what? I put in that into Google and it just instantly came back with Admiralty Arch. There's a way of doing Roman numerals. It's 1910. It's 1910. So the X is the 10, and the MDCCCC is 19.
Oh, that makes
19.
sense. Because so the D, so 50 plus 4. Okay, all right, 1910. I buy it. I buy it. And you know what? I feel warmed up
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was on the right lines with it anyway. I just the old brain wasn't engaging there. But yeah, to answer your question about Queen Victoria, she was alive during the Victorian times.
Oh, is that why they call them the Victorian times?
Pretty much, James. Pretty much. Anyway, let's move on.
That's good. It's been a while since I got smarter, but I just leveled up a little bit in my understanding of British history. Is that the way that works?
Ironically, so did I.
Nice. So we're going to go with the main mission, digging up the past. DedSec managed to trace the Spider-Bot back to the ground station, that it was in frequent contact with. Access the station's network to investigate. Oh, and then I should probably just look at where that is on the map. Right there.
So that's basically where we thought we were. So to summarize the plot so far for everybody is all those bombs were set off, and then we tried to find out who did it, and then we went to investigate one of the bomb sites. We found the Spider-Bot. We traced it back to the police station. Then we stole the Spider-Bot, and now we found that the Spider-Bot was being controlled from wherever we're going. So now we're going ahead there to find out who was controlling the Spider-Bot. That's basically.
Have you ever considered being a narrator as a side gig? Because you just narrated pretty good.
Not really.
Well, you should consider it.
I thought it was terrible, to be honest. Like,
no, I'm sure there's a lot of side jobs for narrators out there. You should pick up some narrating classes, and just all you got to do is be able to sum things up as well as you just did. Can I just ask you?
If I was a narrator, I wouldn't.
If you were a narrator, what would you?
Sorry, say that again.
Well, I was going to change the subject to something that's probably going to be upsetting to you, and I don't want to trigger you before you finish your thought.
You keep cutting out, to be honest, so I apologise if I'm talking over you, because I think my headphones are a bit...
It's okay. Well, what I was going to say, I didn't want to interrupt the narrating. I just said, I was going to say, it really looks like those arrows are very bright white up here. It must be how high up in the air we are. Because I can tell because of the blue lights that are on the side with the white arrows in it. You see what I'm saying?
Anyway, so going back to the subject of narration, what kind of what kind of thing do you think I would be good for narration? Because there's different. Because would it be David Attenborough doing a nature documentary? Would it be just the news?
Honestly, I wasn't originally thinking nature documentary, but now that you say it, yeah, probably nature documentary. But the other thing, I think any historical documentary.
The GPS history of the Spider-Bot we recovered regularly pings these coordinates. Our mystery witness to the real bombers must have come to this lovely, damp location several times.
No
well, wait a second. Have we been here before?
Just some hoods looking to make a deal.
Or to discreetly dump a body into the Thames.
Now how the fuck do we get in?
I'm detecting a surveillance network guarding a space under this bridge. If you can patch into it, perhaps you can take a look inside.
Huh. So this is where I'm headed, right? Underneath this bridge?
Yeah, so basically you're going into that room underneath the bridge.
Okay. Destroying the closed circuit box will unlock anything. So
are you just glued to that are you just glued to that drone now, like you're just never getting off it? You're just gonna stay on it forever?
You gotta be honest, the way that I was able to get here without any car accidents, any problems at all, that was pretty good.
I mean, to be fair, I do like flying around on the old drone. It's a good way to get about the city. It's not the fastest thing, but it is quite handy. Now, I know of 2 ways of getting into this room. There are at least 2 ways. I want to just see which one you end up figuring out. So I'm just going to shut up and see what you do.
All right. I feel like...
Don't forget, though, that you can click in your right stick to scan the area.
Oh,
remember?
that's right. That helps a lot. Okay. I don't want to explode the trap. Oh, actually, if I destroy that, it will open up the locks, right?
I don't know. Try it, find out.
How big an explosion is that going to be? Am I safe here, you think?
I don't know. Try it and find out.
All right. I did it.
Good job, James. That was like the ham-fisted way of doing it. The other option was to throw the spider bot over the barbed wire fence.
Oh, is something attacking me? No.
No. You're okay.
Okay. Thought I saw something falling here.
I think that's just London commuters just beeping the horns. It's just what they do.
All right, so we're just gonna deploy rootkit. I don't think I've seen whatever this is taking me into. It is strange to play Cyberpunk in between this, because they're similar but very different.
Well, if Albion was stopping all over your
Actually,
workplace,
I wanted to ask you about this because I've got my own opinions on this. So, like, I've been getting into I'll tell you. Oh, you know what? Actually, just talking about Cyberpunk makes me angry because, like, the number of issues that I've had with Cyberpunk is just, it's a saga. But anyway, now it's all sorted.
I've had a lot of problems.
I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah. I should have made a video of this. When I first got Cyberpunk, I was really going to get the Google Stadia one, and I purchased the Google Stadia one. And it looked like trash on my computer. I recorded it, and I had, if I didn't have a good internet connection, they weren't telling me that. There was no signal that I had a low bandwidth. But I returned it, and they gave me no problems, which I was very glad they let me return it. But I just don't think the game looks very good. I don't have the ray tracing or anything, but it doesn't look as good as I thought it was supposed to.
Yeah, I mean, I think it does look good, but I am using it on the 3080, so
yeah.
I do have all the ray tracing and everything turned on. The issue I had with it, the issue I had with it is that I'm now on my third save game because the first two corrupted.
Oh no.
For various reasons, yeah. So that's my drama. So basically, like I got so far in the first one, there was like graphical glitches and it broke. Started a new game, gone about halfway into it again. All graphical glitches, no saves would work anymore. That broke. So I'm on the third playthrough now. So it kind of pissed me off. But now I'm on the third one, and everything, touch wood, seems to be okay so far.
That's good.
Like I'm really enjoying it now, but. Yeah, but it, like, yeah. If I wasn't so determined, I'd have given up on it, like, quite a while ago.
If I'm caught, well, this will be my last entry, but I have to see what she's hiding.
But the thing I wanted to ask you, is because in Cyberpunk, I think Cyberpunk's probably a better game overall, as much as it pains me to say it, like, because it's such a... For all its flaws, because let's be honest, it does have a lot of issues, but for all its flaws, I think it's like a really... Yeah, it's very, very ambitious. It's the story's amazing. Like, I'm really enjoying it. But it's got a lot of similarities to this that I didn't even realise, like the hacking stuff, so you know, like where you're hacking into cameras and things like that. And in my opinion, I think Watch Dogs does the hacking stuff better. Now, I'm wondering what you think about that, because I find the hacking in Cyberpunk quite clunky.
Well, the hacking in Cyberpunk reminds me of like Fallout when you're trying to hack, or one of the other games. I feel like there's more of a, unless I'm mistaken, there's not really, in Cyberpunk you're either going to hack it or you're not by holding the button. And, hold on a second. Let me attach to this. So in this, when I hack it, I just hold the button and I do it. In Cyberpunk, you have to do like a puzzle, which to me feels a little bit more rewarding when you accomplish a hack. But I overall think the gameplay of I don't know, I might like Watch Dogs a little bit better. It's hard to tell. I've been a little frustrated with the bugs in Cyberpunk. It's kind of ruined some of my playing experience. For instance, there was a mission that was just glitched, and I spent like an hour trying to figure out how to fix it before I finally Googled it. And as soon as I started Googling the mission name, the solution of like, oh, you got to reload the game and do such and such thing. I was like, oh my god, I just spent an hour doing nothing, like just like walking around a room thinking I was getting things done. And like maybe that on the first week of release of Watch Dogs Legion, maybe there was issues too, but I wish they would have just, and I don't know, I don't think I ever complained about how long it was taking to get Cyberpunk. I wish they would have just waited until there was no progression breaks. I'm fine with glitches for like graphics or something like that, people falling out of the world maybe, but when a game can't be completed, that's really frustrating. It ruins it for you. But
yeah,
at the same time, everybody was hollering that they wanted it released.
Yeah, I mean, I was literally said on the GameFront Discord server today, I said this game Cyberpunk needed 12, maybe 6 to 12 more months just to bake for a little longer.
Yeah.
Just to get all of these show-stopping bugs out the way. Like for me, like to be on my third save game, and to have basically just had to start the game over twice.
I've delved more into
it's not acceptable, really. Like,
no, I would probably never play three times.
The inspector was
That's ridiculous.
Let's find our contact. I don't think Albion.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a good thing the story is so good, because if it hadn't engaged me as much as it had, like if it was any other game, I probably wouldn't have bothered. I'd have probably just put in for a refund right there, or just left it.
Yeah.
I think only because, yeah, that's the, you know what I mean. It's but it's not a good situation, and it's not just like the completely game breaking bugs as well. It's just ridiculous things, like it just feels unfinished. You know what I mean? You can just find objects floating in midair. Like your car is never on the ground. Your car just does crazy things. Like NPCs, just like the number of times I've just been like launched across the world, completely at random. I
haven't been launched across the world. Oh, I wonder if I just.
Oh, like the other day, I was I won't spoil the mission, but I was doing a mission the other day which required you to break a window. So basically, I hit the window, I did a melee attack on the window, and instead of breaking the window, I was literally launched a kilometer across the map.
That's wild.
It was pretty funny, to be honest. It was pretty hilarious, but it really was annoying. Like, because then I had to drive all the way back to the place where I was trying to do the mission. Yeah, ridiculous.
So
whereas when Watch Dogs launched, oh yeah, you're supposed to. I think you're supposed to get inside. I'm not sure how you
this guy's not going to let
do
me.
that. There's a couple of different ways of doing it, if I remember. So you can either go through the front door, or there may be another way around. Also, you've got a cargo drone, so that's another way you could potentially get inside.
Yeah, I see that. I don't know if this counts. Like, if I'm in here, it's not a red box, but am I breaking the rules being in here?
No, you're allowed to be inside the stadium, but you're not allowed to be around the perimeter. Yeah, it's allowed you to just hop over the foot. There you go. So you can just jump off there and just.
All right.
Head inside.
I shall.
So basically, where you are now is like not to get into politics, but like in this world, like the deal with the EU kind of fell through. So like there's no trade agreement or anything between Europe and Britain. So this stadium has been turned into like a refugee camp for prisoners, not prisoners, but like for European citizens who are going to be deported back to Europe. That's kind of where you are now.
Oh, that's kind of cool. So it's like no man's land. There's no law over here, that I'd assume. If it's a refugee.
Oh yeah,
camp?
there's laws. There's there are guards everywhere. But
okay.
When you're inside the actual refugee area,
Oh yeah,
they
there's
just
a
think
guard
you're
right
another
there.
citizen, so they don't. Yeah. So if you go through the red security barrier, then obviously they'll become hostile towards you. But as long as you just mill around on the inside, you're okay. But you do have to. Well, you got to talk to him first. But then we do need to sneak inside a bit further.
Every day I see people come through here, torn from their homes.
The good news is in real life, we did finalize a deal with Europe this week.
I thought that I read that a couple days ago. It's so over my head. I don't know what the hell's going on over there. But I did just see that there was some progress made on it, like an agreement. Or is it a temporary one or is it permanent?
It's permanent as far as I'm aware. I'm not sure of the specifics of it, but it basically means that there's like a zero tariff trade deal between the UK and the EU, which is good because it means like the prices of goods and stuff probably won't go up.
About your missing guy.
Well, it confuses me.
So the main difference is now.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, what confuses you?
Well, I was told that my understanding was as soon as Brexit happened, all of the money, like everything was going to cost outrageous amounts of money. But I haven't heard anybody complain about price gouging since Brexit. So I thought, like, is it just not happened yet? Like, when were all of the repercussions going to happen?
So it depended on whether we got a deal or not, and what the deal was. So like, if we left the EU without a deal, then any goods that we trade between the UK and the rest of Europe, so anything like from France, Germany, Holland, Sweden, whatever, like they would be what they call World Trade Organization tariffs applied to it, which means that like there would be a lot of extra taxes and stuff applied on to that stuff. Because when you're in the EU, you have something called the European Economic Area or whatever. So like basically there's no fees for trading between EU countries. Like you can just trade as if you're in the same country, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess so.
So if we left the EU without a deal, then all of a sudden everything that was we imported in from Europe would cost more money, because then all these tariffs would be applied to it. Whereas the deal that we've got is a zero tariff deal, which means that everything stays the same price-wise, basically. The only thing that really changes is if you're travelling from the UK into Europe, you now need to have a visa, or you need to have like a passport with at least 6 months on it and stuff. Whereas before, it was as if you weren't really leaving the country. So like you still needed a passport, but like you know what I mean? There wasn't any like passport checks that were as strict as if you were going from like the UK to the United States or whatever. Whereas now it's like going to any other country. Like the traveling between borders is a lot harder between the UK and Europe. And I think it impacts other things. Like they were going on about fishing the other day. Like I don't know anything about fishing, you know, but whatever. Yeah. It changes a few things, but thankfully it's not the end of the world that people thought it was going to be.
Well, that's good. So I basically needed to get into this room, right, with a spider bot, and it looks like maybe
it's up to you. You can either try and you can either go in yourself or you can go in with the spider bot.
Oh, I think it'll be a damn nightmare if I try to get in myself.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a hand event there for the Spider-Bot, so Spider-Bot's probably a good shout.
Yeah, it seems like Spider-Bot's the easiest thing to do. Let me just find a nice way to toss it in there. I think this might be the way.
That's what she said. Hooray.
Is there a way to throw it further?
I think it's just because you're so high up, your angle of attack is just instantly down. Because, like, if you lowered your drone down so you were parallel to the floor, then yeah, you could probably.
I just feel like I'm gonna get busted over here. Okay. Well, I guess
I think you're okay there for whatever reason. If you throw it there, you can throw it straight across now.
Okay.
Well, you know, trying to figure out how AI works is sometimes a bit of a mystery.
Oh.
Ooh,
Okay, so
I think you hit the roof of the stadium there. Oh no, you got it. Cool.
No, I got it. Let's run this guy over here before it's too late. Ugh. This is pretty scary. Okay.
I like how that guard is just looking out over the balcony. You just sat there on your cargo drone, just minding your business, and he's just like,
Where? Maybe I can jump. Oh, maybe I should have purchased that double jump. Here we go.
Yeah,
ventilation unit.
The double jump is quite handy.
I was a little hesitant to spend my points so early on because I wanted to see a challenge that I needed to solve. But I think that the double jump seems to be the type of thing I really need to do.
Yeah, I'd say the double jump is handy. The two things for the spider bot that I like as upgrades is one of them is a double jump, and the other one is you can make it go faster. So it's got like a sprint mode. The sprint mode is definitely very handy because with the sprint mode, like if you get seen, you can just run away and hide very quickly.
Trying to remember if I saw. I don't. Oh, here we go. Stairway down.
So, interesting fact for this location: the stadium that you're in at the moment is a cricket ground, and I can't remember if it's Lord's or if it's called something different, or the Oval. Might be the Oval, but it's one of the two. Anyway, but yeah, it's where they played the good old English game of cricket. So there you go.
That's funny. And how cricket? I don't even know how to play cricket. Every time I try to think of cricket, I instead think of that sport where they have it's not rugby. What? So cricket has the bats.
Yeah, cricket has the bats. Yeah.
And but it's not. What is my nephew used to play a sport with like not really bats so much as like netted sticks.
Tennis.
The fact that you think that I was thinking tennis is ridiculous. It's not rugby. It is. It's like they're really rough and they hit each other in the shins with the stick.
Hockey?
No, it's not hockey.
I have. His file has been deleted from
gosh,
the main
it's killing
database,
me.
along with hundreds of
Oh,
others.
do you mean
Still
the
very
sticks
detailed.
that are kind of
Even
curved
when
on the
committing
end?
crimes
Yes.
against humanity,
And
the
they-
government doesn't skimp on paperwork.
Oh.
That's not a British game?
No, I don't think so. I can't remember. I'm just putting. Do you know what I'm putting into Google right now? I'm googling for curved stick sport. That is based. Yeah.
Hockey comes up, doesn't it?
Not a fucking chance.
Sport played with curved
Nothing to
sticks.
say.
The answer is hockey.
Well, this is
Yeah.
not gonna
Apparently,
go
it's a
well
different
for you
kind of
then,
hockey.
because I
There's
want
two.
to
Yeah, there's two kinds of hockey. So there's
No, it's
there's
not
Canadian
hockey.
hockey, like ice hockey.
everything you've got. You think
No,
of
there's
that?
two hockeys. So there's ice hockey, and then there's the hockey with the curved sticks with the nets, and that's played on a grass field, and that's also called
I'm
hockey.
going to throw you to the wolves.
So there is
Well,
two sports called hockey.
Kellys have an
I'm not
interesting
talking
Technically,
about
there
hockey.
are also two sports called football.
There
Sure,
is,
it's
but
hockey.
it's not hockey. It's something else. Oh, it's killing me.
First, they'll peddle you for dosh, right? Then, when you're used up,
It is not rugby. It's not water polo, but it reminds me of water polo.
Water polo. Why would it be water polo?
It's not water polo.
Was there a swimming pool? Like when you saw this,
it was
who
out
was
on
it
the
you
grass.
saw? Your nephew?
It was out on the grass.
Yeah,
It's
so
a
it's
really
not going to be
rough
water
sport.
polo then, is it?
It's not water polo, but I think that they have like a. It's not hockey because there's like a net and you catch the ball and you throw the ball and you run down the field and people hit each other with the sticks. It's not an American sport because I feel like it's a new sport around here.
It might just be called netball, but that's just like basketball, I think.
Danny, you're not helping here. I totally think you're going to end up, when you hear what it is, you're going to be like, oh, that's a Manchester home sport. That's our sport of Manchester.
I know what it is. It's hockey. Unless you can give me a better
hockey.
explanation.
I'm from Chicago.
It's
the
hockey.
Blackhawks have won so many Stanley Cups. It's not hockey. Hockey, even
That's ice hockey.
no.
There's two hockeys. There's ice hockey. There's ice hockey.
There's three hockeys in all
I
fairness.
can't even say the word ice anymore.
There's
Oh.
there's three
You're making me
hockeys. There's ice hockey, there's field hockey, and then there's tonsil hockey. But it's none of those three hockeys. It's something different. It's
All three of those should be an Olympic sport. But anyway.
yes. It's the triathlon of hockey. Okay, investigate the AR footage. Oops. I guess I can just go in there, right? This isn't...
Yeah, you're not in a restricted area, so you can just head to...
Okay. I think it starts with a J.
Sports beginning with J. You know what? I've been so distracted by our conversations today that I haven't helped you at all in.
But I'm doing pretty good,
in
right?
This game today. Yeah, you're doing it all fine without me, as far as I can tell. I've not entirely been paying attention because I've been Googling for things like sport with netted stick, and what I'm about to search for, which is sports beginning with J.
That's not going to help. I'm probably wrong about it starting with a J. Ooh, maybe I can get in through this way.
There is some weird sports, you know.
This one's not
You've
that
got the
weird
obvious
of a sport.
things like... No, I'm just looking at sports beginning with J, right?
And what are they?
And there's the obvious things you'd expect. Well, you've got things you'd expect, like javelin, jet ski racing. And then there's one called Jorky Ball, and spelled Jorkyball. Jorky Ball, a type of indoor soccer on a small rectangular field surrounded by glass walls. That's Jorky Ball, apparently. I've never heard of Jorky Ball before today, but I've suddenly decided that I like it just based on the name. But the bad news is that there isn't any sport beginning with J that involves a stick with a net on the end, I'm afraid.
Okay, all right. It is... Let's see. Well, this is important. This is the AR. Holy cow, that guy got... Am I crazy, or did he get shot in the back and then turned around and did a whole bunch of...
They implanted him with something.
Oh,
We need to take
it's not a gun.
He didn't get... Yeah, so they injected something into his neck. I think a tracking chip or something like that. And then the poor guy with the injection gun got a fire extinguisher over the head, as far as I can tell.
That's not just a fire extinguisher. That looks like an oxygen tank. That's pretty heavy to just be able to fling into the air like that.
Yeah, it could be an oxygen tank. It does look a bit bigger than a fire extinguisher. Either way, like, a smack in the head with one of them could kill you.
Microchips coated with
So,
yeah, but I don't really feel too bad. It looks like he snuck up on this guy while this guy was just working on something, and got him in the back of the neck with a microchip.
I would say they were designed to deliver a dose of some unknown.
Well, the guy who got injected in the back of the neck with the microchip is the guy who we're trying to find. The guy who was controlling the spider bot. And he'd been kidnapped, and the people injecting him in the back of the neck are criminals of some description. I can't remember if they are Albion soldiers or if they are a part of that Clan Kelly. But either way, yeah, don't feel bad for the guy who got clonked over the head. He deserved it.
Okay, let me walk out of this room. Now, if I back out of the spider bot, am I still going to see the AR footage, or do I have to stay as the spider bot to see that?
No, you can back out of the spider bot.
Okay. And
you're in completely the wrong place, so you're going to have to
I'm calling my
jump over the wall, maybe.
my drone.
Or you're going to use the cargo drone.
Why wouldn't I? I'd be a dum-dum.
Yeah,
Not,
because
I
you
can just
become
see
obsessed.
it here.
Yeah, potentially you could just. You've become obsessed with the cargo drone, though. Like,
I mean, it's a
Just gonna
pretty
go
nice
like, people are
drone.
gonna
I guess
be-
I probably have to pick up my guy, otherwise it's not going to continue the thing.
it's huge.
Oh,
Wow, well done.
That was
You
close.
very nearly killed yourself there.
That would have been a terrible first death.
That would have been an hilarious thing to do on a permadeath. Just slice your own head off with your drone.
So, okay.
You know what? That's true. We haven't actually lost an operative yet, which is
No.
quite impressive.
Okay. Oh, he's climbing up here. Or maybe he's
My
not.
suggestion, it's up to you. You just need to follow him. My suggestion would be to get off the cargo drone because you're just making.
Are you joking?
You're just bashing into things and. No, I just it might be easier to follow him if you're not on the cargo drone.
All
It's up to
right,
you.
all
If you want
right.
to do it with the cargo drone. Okay, no, don't jump off it from there, James, because there's a.
Fuck. He might
Is this
have
not a good spot?
No, that's fine. It's just thankfully there was something there to break you fall. You could have just did a suicide leap there, basically.
Careful planning was involved in that there.
I don't believe you. I think you were just going to do a suicide leap. Like,
So I'm just thinking.
I think it was Pelagius who reminded me the other day. Sorry, go on. You were thinking.
Maybe it's not water polo, but perhaps just polo. Is there a sport just called polo?
No, it's fine. As long as he's not damaged, there'll be no waste.
Guess you're right. Let's cheer him, get him in the van. And
Are you okay? I feel like something broke.
Well, that was unexpected. I had a feeling
Oh
that
my
match
god.
wasn't just a simple track.
Yes, there is a sport called polo.
Does it involve
no,
curved
polo
sticks?
is played on the.
Don't say it.
Well,
It's
polo-
played on the hockey
See
field.
what they did to him. And what that fucking microchip was all
No.
about.
Polo is played with curved sticks, but on horseback. So, was your nephew on horseback?
Maybe it's Marco Polo. Is that where there's no water or horses?
Interesting theory, Bagley, but hold your
Marco Polo
for the moment, will you?
was a person, I
Angel
think.
needs us.
Or is that like a brand of t-shirt?
That's the game you play in a swimming pool.
Marco.
Right round the corner.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, I know.
think-
Marco
I think-
Polo,
I
you
think-
play you play that also in a swimming
I'm
pool.
finally
Well,
getting
you
the
close your
animal
eyes. You gotta
resistance
play with
twice.
trustworthy friends,
wouldn't
and the
have been
person who is
recruited
it
if
closes
they
their
killed that
eyes,
easily.
and they say they yell
So
Marco,
that is a
and
compliment,
everybody's
I guess.
supposed to yell Polo, and then you chase them down in the pool with your eyes closed.
Just ignore him if he's vexing
The trick to winning that game is just peeking ever so slightly through your eyes.
So cheating, basically.
Yeah, that's the secret to winning is just cheating a little bit. So we finished that mission, I guess.
Wow. Yeah, pretty much. You can now move on to the next location, or you can do a different mission, or we can recruit somebody. Or
Okay. Hold on.
right, look. Well, let's just
Well, we could.
let's just settle something right here, right now.
All right.
While we're still on the air. if I've just sent a picture in our group chat, which will confuse the hell out of Morgan, but whatever. Is this the sport that we're talking about?
Okay, let me get my phone out so that I can take a look. I will find. I can get the answer to this real quick too.
I'll try and show the picture for the viewers at home if it'll let me.
I
that's
should be
bizarre.
able
It's
to on
just
my phone if yours doesn't.
That's just showing people from my phone screen as if they were on the green screen, but without the hockey stick. So that just looks.
Oh, but this is absolutely
anyway.
the sport. I don't. What is this? What is this called? Oh no, this isn't. This is cricket.
Is that the sport? So no, that's not cricket. Is that the sport you were talking about?
It's not this. It's not the sport. I'm trying to show it to the camera. I don't know if it shows up or not. That's not the sport. That's it. I'll
no,
find
you
out
just
right
said
now.
it was the sport.
I did, but then I
You
looked
just
and
don't
there's
want
no
to admit
nets
that
on
that's
that.
the sport you were talking about. Oh, well, maybe not. I don't know then. Sport with stick.
Oh, this is gonna be
with
really
nets.
easy. Okay. Lacrosse.
Nets on the stick.
It's called
You know what?
lacrosse,
We've done
Danny.
Lacrosse. Okay. Yes, I've heard of that.
Okay.
Oh, I feel so stupid.
And isn't that a Manchester sport?
No, not even slightly.
Where is lacrosse from?
No, that's not. I don't know. It sounds French. French Canadian.
It does sound French.
It's literally
actually.
called lacrosse. It's so French that it couldn't be less British.
Well, in all fairness to an American, French is pretty British.
You
know
don't even know how offensive that is. Like,
I'm sorry. I don't mean to
like
be
me
offensive,
saying-
but yeah.
it's not offensive. It's not offensive, but it's like me saying, "Oh, well, America's like Mexico," or Mexico's like Brazil.
It is.
Or Brazil's a bit like Canada. It's not. No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
It's very close. It's very close. Let's spend my data points before we end this video, because I feel like I've earned enough to purchase something significant. Tech. I have 90 points, Danny.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I would say one or two things. So you've got the upgraded spider bot, which is the new spider bot, the one that's
I
also
didn't get
a turret.
the upgraded one. Should I get the upgraded one? Oh,
So
wait a second.
before you choose, there's another. So if you go down and right one square, there's the combat spider bot as well.
Okay.
So it's up to you. Or rather than buying spider bots, we could buy other things. So there's like different hacks you can buy to be able to do. So like lure people towards traps, disrupt different comms, hack different drones. So it depends what you want. I think early on, the 2 drone hacks are the most important. So I think I said this last time.
Drone?
So we bought. Yeah, so the 2 in the bottom right. So you've got one which you bought last time.
These 2 here?
And then the other one, the riot drone. Yeah, hacking the riot drone. I'd say hacking the riot drone is worth it. I'd get that one for sure.
All right.
Because it means if you ever end up in a
and I got
situation
this
where
one
they're
already.
coming for you, you can disable them. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, I
good.
would leave that for now. And then I'd maybe just spend it on a spider bot or something. It's up to you whether you want the double jump or whether you just want the combat one.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll get that, and then I equip this gadget on your might as well. AR Shroud allows operative to digitally shroud a target after takedown. That seems pretty good, right?
Yeah, that's quite useful because if you take somebody down, secretly, nobody will find the body because you'll be able to just hide the body.
I think that's
so
what
that's
I
quite
wanna
useful
get.
to avoid. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, and then I do want the. Then I have just oh no, I don't have enough for this. I was gonna say I have just enough, but it's too little. All right, so that's.
I think that's a good haul.
Yeah. All right, so I think we've learned a lot in this video. It might not have focused as much on the story, but we've got a semi-professional narrator that I think will be able to help us at the beginning of the next video to catch up with where we're at. Don't you
Potentially. Yep, I can give it my best shot. I don't know what happened because, to be honest, we spent less time playing Watch Dogs Legion and more time just chatting about whatever. Has it been 1 hour? Have we actually been going for an hour?
It has. It's been 1 hour.
This episode.
Yeah, I mean, we only got
so
one
we've
mission
literally
done,
wasted one. Oh, it's you know what?
You
Two
say
things, right?
wasted,
Firstly,
I say
because you're-
treasured.
Well, we can beg to differ on that, but because you're in America and I'm in the UK, like the lag between us is just making conversation difficult. So that's one thing. So I apologise for that. But the second thing is we've literally just wasted an hour trying to figure out the name of lacrosse. That was not the plan coming into this series or this episode.
Well, you have to admit, I gave a pretty good description of lacrosse.
Well, I don't know about that, to be honest, because you just said like a stick with a net on the end. That could be anything, to be honest. I mean, that could be fishing for all I know.
Well,
I mean, a fishing net is a stick with a net on the end. I mean,
but
you were
hit
guessing
other people's
water polo
shins
at
in a
one
game
point.
of fishing?
It depends
It's
how
similar to
competitive
water
you are.
polo.
You can hit people's shins in many sports if you're angry enough. Anyway, I think we've dragged it on long enough.
No, you can
Thanks
only
for
hit
watching.
people's
Take care.
shins
Don't
if
forget
you're
to like,
hitting
share,
them in the
subscribe.
shins, Danny.
Yeah, don't forget to like, share, and hit people in the shins.